Hey, it's Karma. Welcome to my video, and thank you for clicking and checking me out. As always, thank you for the support and engagement from everybody who has been commenting me and giving me likes. I appreciate each and every one of you. Today we have a fragrance from the Dapper house that we're going to be talking about, and I am super excited to talk about this one because this fragrance has been a love for me for so long, and I'm happy that I found something that is more long lasting. Now that is Sol de Janeiro's Cheirosa 71. So this is what it looks like. It actually doesn't say Cheirosa 71 on the label. I know Dapper has other Cheirosas, so I thought that this one would say 71 on it, just like you can distinguish which one you have, but it just has the orange label, which matches the color of the bottle for the original. You guys, okay, so my love for the Sol de Janeiro line started when I was at work. One day, this woman would walk past me and she would smell so good. And I typically don't like to ask people what they're wearing because it's not their scent. Like, nothing was made specifically for anybody, but I just like to acknowledge when someone smells good. So I'll say, hey, you smell good, or you smell nice. But I don't typically ask what is someone wearing. I just want they can keep their stuff to themselves, right? But I just had to ask her what she was wearing. And she was actually wearing Cheirosa 62, the Brazilian Bum Bum Cream one. I think that's 62, if I'm not mistaken. So it wasn't this one. And I went out and I bought Cheirosa 62, wore it for a little bit. And it's this nice coconutty pistachio nut kind of scent, great for the summertime, very playful, vibrant, and it smells delicious. But then they came out with 71, which is a caramelized vanilla and macadamia scent. This one sounded like it was just straight up my alley. So let's get into the description. The description says, wrap yourself up in rich notes of caramelized vanilla, toasted macadamia, and tonka bean. Feels delectably indulgent. Oof. Cheirosa 71 perfume mist is inspired by a Brazilian muse, Leila Diniz, who celebrated her bikini body at 8 months pregnant on the beaches of Rio in 1970. Okay, girl, go ahead. Now that's the soul spirit. I didn't know that's right. Fragrance notes. Family is amber gourmand. The top notes are caramelized vanilla, sea salt. Mid notes are toasted macadamia nut, white chocolate. And the dry down is tonka bean and coconut blossom. This is like in the summertime, right? When I used to, before I got married, right? When I was going on dates in the summer, I would spray this all, like, you could smell me from, I would drown myself. I had the bigger bottle of this. This actually comes in a bigger size bottle, a 240 ml. This is the smaller one, 90 ml. And I would drown myself in this and I would love it. I didn't care about anybody else smelling it or complimenting me. It was for me. I wore this because I love the way it smelled. And the guys love this. They love this. Men typically love gourmand scents, like those vanillas and those delectable, and it makes you feel yummy too. So like, this was so good. The only thing is it would not last. I would put this on top of the Brazilian Bum Bum Cream. It lasted a little bit longer, but it just didn't last. So that was a bit of a bummer, and I had to keep buying and overspraying. So I would literally take this in my bag with me everywhere and just throughout the day spray. So when I saw that Dapper had their version of 71, I was excited because I know Dapper's fragrances last very long, and I was hoping that it was very true to the scent. Now let's go ahead and spray. I'm going to spray the OG on this arm. And then I'm going to spray Dapper's version. It's a little strong. And I used to douse myself. So, I had I coughed for about 10 minutes before I went somewhere. Right? but it was worth it. It was worth it. Okay. So, you ever love a fragrance and put it aside for a little bit because you're trying out, you have all these other fragrances and you're trying out other things, and then you revisit some of your favorites and you're reminded how much you love it? That's what's happening right now. I absolutely love Cheirosa 71. You get this warm, that warm toasted macadamia is right there with this caramel. Let me look at the nose. Caramelized vanilla. This is toasted macadamia and caramelized vanilla. It is so toasty and rich. Like, you can feel the toastiness of that macadamia nut. If you love gourmands, you have to, if you haven't smelled Cheirosa 71, what are you doing? Are you really even a gourmand lover? Are you? Because this is something you need. You have to get this in your arsenal. If you like these thick, rich caramel. Okay, let me see. Now, Dapper's version. I'm not getting, let me spray it again because it smells, it might be a little light. So one thing about the original, the OG 71, although it doesn't last long, it's very strong. While it wears, it's very strong, but it doesn't last long. Hold on. So I'm not getting the toastedness and the caramel like I am with the OG. I do get the caramelized vanilla though, and I do get the sea salt. But it's lacking that toastedness. You get that toasted macadamia nut immediately with the OG, like immediately. Now, I wouldn't say they smell completely the same. What I find with Dapper's fragrances is they're not necessarily a clone or a dupe of, they're more inspired by. And like when you're inspired by something, you will have the vibe of it, or like you're taking notes from it. You see something, you're inspired by it, and you go replicate it, but you add your own twist. I feel like that's a lot of the fragrances I receive from Dapper. And they're not normally like spot on for the originals, but it's like an inspired by with a twist. Like they put their own twist on these fragrances. And what I would say is they're normally really good to follow up with or to layer on top of or underneath the fragrances that you bought. So for instance, because I have this Cheirosa 71, what I would do to make this last longer is layer it with this. I would wash up, use either the Brazilian Bum Bum cream or whatever moisturizer you like to use. I tend to use Palmer's coconut oil butter thing. That gives like a nice kind of vanilla coconutty smell. It smells really good on its own. And then my skin is nice and moisturized. I will probably put this all over me first and then put this on top. So that would be great to do together. And to be honest, this is not really that expensive, so I wouldn't mind even shelling out the money to buy an additional one of these. So, I mean, if you like Brazilian crushed Cheirosa 71, I would say just buy the original. On the website, the 90 ml is $24 and the 240 ml is $38. So, I mean, you can't beat that. This 30 ml from Dapper is $35. You get a 90 ml for $24. I just feel like you can go for the original. But if you do want to layer it with this to enhance it and make it last a little longer, go for it. It does smell nice. It's a little weak compared to the original. I'm almost getting like a rice kind of feel, like cooked rice smell. I don't know what that is, but I'm getting like a comforting cooked rice smell. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's a one-to-one, but great for layering. So that is my review of the Cheirosa Sol de Janeiro 71 Dapper's version versus the original. If you have any comments, leave them down below. Let me know what you think. Do you prefer the original to the inspired by, or do you prefer the inspired by over the original? Maybe this might be too strong for some people, because it can be strong. That toasted macadamia and caramel could be strong. Let me know. All right, so that is Dapper's Cheirosa 71, and I am Karma. Nice to see you guys again. I will catch you in the next video. Until then, take care. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.